Hello guys, and welcome to a new Star Division 2 video today by me, Eugen. In this one I'm super excited to have a first look at Kampfgruppe Walther, a new German division available in the upcoming Nemesis DLC, Hell's Highway. As a disclaimer, Eugen has given me free access to the DLC, so a big thanks to them. Also, please remember that this is an early preview, so what you see may be subject to change. If you'd like to read the description on the right hand side, feel free to pause the video and take a look, but I'm going to be jumping straight on in. As usual, we'll have a look at all of the units and we'll put together a quick deck, starting here in the Recon tab. So, of course, we're leading the charge with the BMW R75. 5-point Recon, 6 on a card, come with 1 vet. They can be useful in light cover, but otherwise, never really a good choice because of their lack of armor. Then we have the Fallschirmspähtruppe. 2 MP40s, 2 G43s, just normal 4-man recon squad. Can be brought in with the Horch, the Kubel or the Schwimmwagen. 3, 6, 9 availability on those. Then we have your standard Spähtruppe, which come with the MB40, G43 and then an MG34. The MG34 can cause them to reveal themselves at range sometimes if you don't put them on return fire. But 3, 6, 9 availability. These can actually be brought with the Kubel MG, which is a nice sort of extra unit to have. And you might ask, why would you take the Kubel MG if you're not taking the BMW R75? But the reason being is this is basically an extra unit without using activation points. So that's why in this case the Kubel MG can be useful to have. Then we have the Erkundungs. These guys... 3 PPSH, 6 G43s, MG42, the close range grenade, 6 on a card in phase A, only available in phase A at 1 vet, can be brought in a half track, the 251 1D. So interesting combination, but otherwise pretty solid recon squad for sure. Then we have the Fallschirmscharfschütze, 3-man sniper team, 2 available in A, 4 in B, 6 in C. Can be brought in with the motorcycle, the Horch, the Kubel, or the Schwimmwagen. Picky pick. Alright, moving on to the infantry tab. We start off with the Bewährungsahnen. Got some nice bald chaps going in Star Division now. They get 10 of the Mannlicher 95 and a ZB30 machine gun. We also get the MG 100. Sound like a Vickers. Pretty cool. 12-man squad. Disheartened. Fortunately, Disheartened's not as good as it used to be, but still a very interesting squad. Then we have the Fallschirmführer. 4-man squad, 2 MP40s, 2 G43s, and 3 available in A, 6 in B. They do get the radio trait, which is handy, especially if we're going to be making use of radio mortars. Then there's a Fallschirmjäger with captured American 30 cal. For 20 points, you get 2 MP40s, 7 Kar98s, and the 30 cal, similar to a Grenadier squad in terms of loadout, but you do get the extra traits. So you have the Tank Rider trait and the Raider trait. Raider trait gives you very good stealth. Tank Rider trait allows you to reduce suppression. In this case, if you're nearby a Stug, because I think the Stug is the other one that has the Tank Rider trait, which you could link to. 9, 18, 27 availability. Can't give them any better at C, which is interesting. Then we have some Panzergrens with MP44s, a Panzerfaust and Molotovs. Pretty nasty squad, because if a unit's on the move and it's being fired at by an MP44, it's going to take a lot of damage. 6 available of these in phase A or 12 in B. They have to come in with half tracks or no transport at all. Then there's your standard Grenadier squad, which is 1 MP40, 7 Kar98s and MG34. 20 points, 12 on a card, 24 in phase B. So you can see the difference here between the Fallschirmjäger unit and the Grenadier unit. The Fallschirmjäger unit, getting that Panzerfaust is really nice. You get an extra man, so slightly better. Probably not going to be using the Grenadiers in this division. But you're probably going to be using the Fallschirm Pioneers. Really nice chunky 12 strength squad with the close range HE grenade. 5 available in A, 10 available in B. And we brought in with the Opal Blitz. Then we have your more standard Panzergrens. Although strength is only 8 for these because they're coming in half tracks. Got 1 MP40, 5 Kar-98s, but you've still got 2 MD42s, so that's good. For 30 points, not sure how I feel about the pricing here. Plus the Panzerfaust. I guess you've got to include the price of the half track there. Yeah, so that's adding a +5. Yeah, I guess with 25 points, double MG42 squad's pretty good. Then we have this classic Grenführer, 4-man squad with smoke grenade as a leader, radio, very nice, 3 in A at 1 vet. Then we have the standard Pioneers, 25 points, 10 men with the HE grenade, 5, 10, 15 availability. Panzergrens, 3, 6 availability. This is just like a Panzergrenführer. Has the smoke as well. Just got different outfits. Then we have the Sturm Pioneer. Classic 6-man Flamer squad, 5 in A, 10 in B, at 1 vet. No crazy transports, anything crazy for the Panzergrenführers and Grenführers. Grenführer can go Horsch, Kubel. Panzergrenführer, though, has access to the drilling if it wants to bring it. The SDK of Z25121. I'm not entirely sure if the drilling has been buffed. But if it has, then these could be useful to bring in as a combination. Right, moving down to the Fallschirmjäger MG34. We have a double MG34 squad, 10 strength, 2 MP40, 6 Kar-98s, 9 available in A, 18 available in B. The availability on these is actually really nice. Leader plus commander, you could push these to 3 vet very easily. And double MG34 will still cut down men pretty fast. Then we have some standard Panzergrens, the 10-man squads with the double MG42s, no Panzerfaust in this case, 9, 18, 27 availability. And then finally, the Fallschirmjägers, your really nice Fallschirmjägers with the FG42, G43s, and then double MG42. These guys are absolutely nasty, but you only get 1 card of them. Raider trait gives them very good stealth, 6, 12, 18 availability across the phases. All right, moving on to the tank tab. This is where this division really starts to get spicy because they have a lot of decent armor support. So first of all, the Stugs, which you might want to bring if you're going to use something like these Fallschirmjägers with the tank rider trait. Having a Stug nearby them, it's not necessarily a bad idea because the tank rider trait will reduce the suppression of the infantry, which can swing fights in your favor quite nicely. But having them close enough to do that can put the armor in a precarious situation sometimes. So you've also got to bear that in mind. But yeah, if you want to make use of the tank rider trait, bring these in up vetted to hang around with those Fallschirmjägers, and you'll be having a good time. Then we got Stug Leader, only 2 available in A though, but then we got Panther Gs for days. All the brand new Panthers. So we got 2 available in A, 4 in B, 6 in C, but there are 5 cards of these available. The APCR shell, 250mm of penetration at 1750 meter range with 55% accuracy. It's really, really useful for taking out those hard targets like IS-2s, for example. Just bear in mind that it only does 4 damage, so you're going to have to hit like 3 times in order to kill like an IS-2. The standard AP shell still as good as always. So yeah, really, really nice. And there's also the leader variant available, 1 in A, 2 in B, or 3 in C. 2 cards of those as well. Very nice. Right, moving on to the support tab. We have the Feldgendarmerie, which have that security trait. 4 strength squad with MP40s, 6, 12, 18 availability. We have a card of Flampanzers available. 6 in A at 2 vet. Then there's the SDKZ 251-9D. The availability on these is always pretty nuts for 20 points. Like, it's a 75mm gun that does 2.2 damage against infantry with 1,500 meter range, 12 round per minute rate of fire for 20 points. These things are incredible fire support in the early game. Then there's squads of MG42s with the tripods. So 5, 10, 15 availability on those, and 5, 10, 15 availability on the standard one. The Fallschirm variant is always worth taking because of the Raider trait. Getting that exceptional stealth on the MG42 is actually really handy to make sure it doesn't get spotted before you engage the correct target. DMA munition trucks are available as your munition truck of choice, and then we have the LG42s available. Still relatively low rate of fire, unfortunately, and the accuracy leaves a lot to be desired. I've really gone off using LG42s over time. Like, I remember back in like Steel Division, Normandy 44, when they were super good, and then they were really good coming into Steel Division 2, I believe, and then I think they got nerfed, and then they never really recovered. But either way, we have the Fallschirm Commandant here, 4-man commander squad. You can bring the commander in the half track, or we can do commander in a Panther A. Very cool. All right, moving on to the anti-tank tab. Fallschirm Panzerschreck squads. 4, 8, 12 availability on those. Again, Raider trait, although I believe they get exceptional stealth anyway. Yeah, 4, 8, and 12 for the standard as well. Then there's the Pack 36 available. This is another captured gun. So 4 available in A, 8 available in B, 12 available in C. 130 mils of penetration at 1,500 meter range. It's not too bad with 8 round per minute rate of fire, to be honest. If we compare it to the Pack 38, this is 100 mils of penetration, but it does have much higher rate of fire with 12 round per minute rate of fire. It also comes with APCR that has 150 millimeters of penetration at 1,000 meters. But yeah, this is a really solid AT gun, especially with those HE shells to boot. Then we have the Pack 40, classic Pack 40, 3, 5, 8 availability on those. And then we move on to the Jagdpanzers, which have a very nice camo. So Jagdpanzer 4 with the 75mm gun, 130mm of frontal armor. Really, really tough unit to kill by Commonwealth forces, because the front armor is like really, really difficult to get through by things like Shermans. So I always think of like the engagement between Shermans and Stugs, and Shermans will quite often beat Stugs because 1, aim time, and also they have just enough penetration to get through. Whereas against a Jagdpanzer, no chance. Like 130mm of front armor makes a lot of difference. And we have a brand new unit, the Panzer 470, which gets the upgraded gun. So that's really, really nice. Also gets an upgraded machine gun, so it goes from an MG34 to an MG42. Now, standard availability for the Jagdpanzer 4 is 369. For this one, it is still 369, but you can't bring them in C. But that penetration, 185mm of penetration, is nasty. Especially considering that's like, not even like APCR, it's just like standard kinetic, which means the scaling is going to be really, really tough to deal with. This can basically be able to kill everything. 8 round per minute rate of fire, extra range. Like, it's just got everything you need. That is a really, really nice unit. So 3 available in A, 6 available in B. And then, on top of that, you even have access to Jagdpanthers. And these have the 230mm penetration. And they are forced to vet in Phase A. Huge. Alright, moving on to the anti-air, we have the Flak 38. 6 of these available on a card in Phase A. Unfortunately, no 20mm transport that can be brought in with them. Then there's a card of the drilling. This is the SDKZ11 drilling. There is also plenty of cards of SDKZ 251-21Ds that can be brought in the AA tab. 3, 6, 9 availability on these. And there's a mobile wagon. Nice, reliable Flak 43 on an armoured hull. 2 available in A, 4 available in B. Then there's a Flakvilling, another really solid anti-air unit with the quad 20mm. 2 available in A, 4 available in B. And then we have the Flak 37 88mm available. 2, 4, 6 availability across the phases. Can also be brought in with a multi-munition truck if you want to like not bring them in with your artillery for whatever reason, or you don't have space to bring them in the support tab. But yeah, pretty solid anti-air tab. Between the Mobilwag and Flakvilling, kind of like it. Right, moving on to the artillery tab, we have the Beobachter, which is your classic radio recon spotter squads. You get the Faucham 81mm mortars, which are very nice with the 1,800 meter range. Yeah, if you've got some leaders which have the radio on the front line, these can be quite effective for you. 45 points piece. Then we have the Battleführer, standard 2, 4, 6 availability. There's the 105mm LEFH, 3 and 6 availability in A and B. The Vespa, not a unit that's used all that often, but 3, 6, 9 availability on those. Like rate of fire is just like super low. That's mainly the reason. It's got the same rate of fire and statistics as this 105, which is why, yeah, both of them aren't used very often. Then we have the 120mm mortars, 4 available in A, 8 in B, and 12 in C. We also do have access to the newer 210mm Nebelwerfer 42. This was introduced in the last DLC, I think. So you're going to get a card of these, but only available in Phase C. You do get 4 on a card though, which is kind of nice. Then there's 81mm mortar half track. Again, another great thing to have alongside your radio leaders, just to get really nice accurate shots and damage down. There's 2 cards of 155mm artillery, and the nice thing about these is you can bring them in Phase A with 2 availability, which is pretty nasty. Like if you brought 2 cards of these and you had 4 of these at the start, you could do some serious damage. So that's pretty nice. And then there's Wehrflammen, which is available from Phase A. So 1 in A or 2 in B. And these get 6 of these 280mm rockets. If you brought this in really early on, that could be very, very good indeed. All right, moving on to the air tab. Starting off with the Arado Recon. It's cool. 700 km/h speed, probably the best recon plane in the game due to that speed. You fly this out at the start, there's not much that can shoot it down. Get 2 on a card in A, 4 in B. BF-109 with the 210mm rockets, 2 available in A, 4 in B, 7 in C. I could have sworn there was 3 available in A on these before, but yeah, pretty decent for taking out support weapons early on and maybe like chipping infantry squads, but otherwise not a huge fan. Would rather just use a 250kg bomb. The nice thing about these rockets is they're kind of more standoff than the bombers. But 250kg bomb is going to be decent enough to kill most things. So 2 available in A, 4 in B, and 8 in C. Do get access to the Focke-Wulf 190 D9. Another very fast fighter in this DLC. Like we had the Spitfire with the Griffin engine and the 5 prop. This Focke-Wulf 190 D9 with a 670 km/h speed, also very fast, but firepower maybe a little bit lacking. 2 available in A, 4 in B, 6 in C. There's Focke-Wulfs with the 210mm rockets as well. 3 available in A, 6 in B, 9 in C. Yeah, you'd probably want to bring these instead of the BF-109s if you wanted those rockets early on. And there's 2 cards of the Focke-Wulf 190 A8s. The A8 is always pretty solid, I guess. It does have the medium resilience. It's got the 420 mils. Yeah, pretty nice aircraft. And then there's the Focke-Wulf 190 F8 with a 1,000 kilogram bomb. Very interesting, and it goes from 1 availability to 4 availability in Phase B. That is huge. Wow. 530 km/h speed as well. Watch out for those. Okay. Well, that was an explosive way to end, wasn't it? Let's put together a quick deck. So we'll start off with the Erkundungs in Phase A. That makes sense. And then I think we'll do like Phase B Speertrupp in Kubels. Then for infantry, we're going to go and bring in the Fallschirmjäger. And then I'm going to bring in the Stug early on to accompany those, just because I kind of want to try out the combinations, see if it makes them more effective. For the MP44 Panzergrens, I'm not sure if I want them in A. I mean, we definitely bring those in A. What other units are there that we could bring? Maybe I delay the Fallschirmjägers. Bring them in like Phase B. Upbedded. That could be pretty good. What about these guys? Yeah, maybe I can bring those in Phase B as well. Although having like 2 cards of like longer range engaging units in Phase B is kind of pointless. You're probably never going to use them all. Falchion Pioneers, however, I can put in Phase B if I have other adequate close range infantry for Phase A, like the Sturm Pioneers or normal Pioneers. I think we'll go Sturm Pioneers. So Phase A is looking okay, Phase B is looking great. What about Phase C? Yeah, what about Phase C is the question. Maybe I go and put these guys in Phase B instead. And then we move the Fallschirmjägers to Phase C. With maybe some Pioneers. So that's our Phase C sorted, our Phase B is decent. Now it's just leaders, I think. So we want probably Panzergrenadier in A and B. Maybe do Grenadier in A and then the Panzergrenadier in B. Make sure we bring those in the Kubel. Okay. That's looking alright. Tank tab. Like in Phase B, might as well bring the Panther G Führer. We definitely want Panthers in A. And we want Panthers in C. We'll come back to that because of availability. We might not need that many Panthers because we do have really strong tanks in the anti-tank tab. Like I'm thinking maybe we just do like another C card here. Because we're going to have Jagdpanthers in A, and then we've got Jagdpanzers in B. Definitely bringing in these, really good value for money. Commander-wise, I'm thinking infantry. And then we need to leave space for potential supply. So we want to go Phase B. I think we'll go Phase B 1 vet. We've got Jagdpanzer of Jagdpanther in Phase A at 2 vet. We'll bring in the standard Jagdpanzer in Phase A as well. And I think we'll do a Phase C Jagdpanzer. Then AT gun wise, we'll do Pack 36s and Pack 40s in B. Do I need a card of Panzerschrecks? Probably. We'll do 4 in A. Really nice anti-tank tab. Really, really nice. Right, bringing more wagons in A is always a nice choice. And then we can do flag fillings upvetted in B. Like getting 3 vet flag fillings hanging about is pretty nasty. Okay, rocket artillery for sure. So I might bring those in with mortiers to make sure that they have supply. We're going to do phase A Werframmen. And we'll also do maybe phase B mortars, phase A mortars. So we've got these falchion mortars in phase A and then the mortar carriers in phase B. And then the air tab. Kind of tempted to bring the Arado. I don't necessarily think it's necessary. We'll go for Focke-Wulf 190 1,000 kilogram bombs in phase B. We'll do upvetted Focke-Wulf 190s in phase A. I don't know if I want to bring in the D9s. I think having the extra cannons here is way more worth it. That's going to leave us with 4 points. Let me just back out of this. What am I missing? We won't need an artillery leader. We don't need anything else in that tab unless I want to get the 155 mils, but not in this case. I think maybe one more air unit. Oh, we're going to need supply for sure. So we'll do phase A and B supply. Okay, I guess that's it. I mean, not having more in the air tab is fine. And honestly, if I'm bringing that in B, I might as well bring these in B as well. So we'll have B phase aircraft to support us. We've got A phase artillery, B phase artillery with the mortars, Nebelwerfer in phase C. Anti-air might be a little light. Like if these are really good, then I would maybe try to bring those, but I'm not convinced. And in the support tab, at least a card of MGs might be nice. We've got some pretty decent infantry. I think we're going to leave it there. Going to take a little bit of adjusting this one. It's not as simple as the other. I felt very confident when I made the Wessex regiment, but this one a bit more difficult. I like it though. I'm really excited to try out this AT tab. Those Jagdpanzers might be absolutely brutal alongside this infantry. Like, honestly, if you were to make this more seriously, you probably wouldn't take this combination, like the Fallschirmjäger plus the Stugs. You could probably take out both of those and just rely on the AT tab and the Panthers. And then have something else in A, maybe. But yeah, actually really excited to play this one. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. That's it for now. Let me know what you think of Kampfgruppe Walther in the comments below. And if you're excited for Hell's Highway Nemesis DLC. Should be really fun. And it's coming out soon. Alright, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.